Hi, my name is Blake Fowler, and this is an exercise program completed on the 27th of February 2022. Now, this is Pru's exercise program we're running through today, so I'll be introducing, giving some demonstrations, and explaining exactly what's going on with the workout for today. Now, we have a few exercises for rehabilitation that we're going to be working on for starters. Now, the four that we're working on are standing Swiss ball, right hand front support. The next will be a Swiss ball prone rear fly, then moving on to the prone fly and reach on the Swiss ball, and finally the rotator cuff external rotation at a light resistance. So for the first exercise, we're just going to grab our medicine ball. We're going to go up to a wall. Right hand firmly on the ball. Try and keep this shoulder nice and tight and pressing nice and firm through the exercise ball. What we're looking for here is stability on the ball. Keep that shoulder nice and tight, and I want to focus on pushing that shoulder down and back whilst keeping good resistance on the ball. Here we're working for 30 seconds on this right hand side. Then we'll swap and do the left. Next exercise we'll be working is the prone fly on the Swiss ball. So the Swiss ball prone fly looks like so. You want you to be set up in this position here, chest on the ball, and we're going to be reaching up and back. Nice squeeze at the top. The focus here is the squeeze of the shoulder blades. Okay, so all the way down and all the way up. We're working our posterior delts and engaging our scapula at the back. Now from there, the progression is as we fly, we're going to then reach overhead. Now this will engage once again the posterior delts and rhomboids and latissimus dorsi as well. So that is the reach. Now we're working 30 seconds on that also. Before then moving on to our final rehab exercise, which is the external rotation of the rotator cuff at a light resistance. So shoulder down and back, nice and stable. Elbow should remain nice and close to the side position, and we are nice and slow, rotating to the outside, engaging the rotator cuff and all those little muscles in and around the shoulder, which will help with stability. Okay, so 30 seconds on the right, and we'll do the same 30 seconds on the left. Now that is our rehabilitation exercises that we're going to be working through before we then go into what we'd like to say more of a circuit style workout. There are 3 rounds, 30 seconds work, 30 seconds rest. First exercise is a bike. Now the rate of perceived exertion, what that means is I want you to a 7 to 8 out of 10 in terms of exertion. So you should be working up a sweat, and you should find it quite challenging in order to talk and still work at the same time. So nice intensity. You do get your rest for 30 seconds before moving on to the next, which is a unilateral squat press. Now it looks like so. Elbow up at front. We're going into a full squat. You can use this hand up for nice stability. Keep the chest up. I want to see the hips go past parallel as we press up overhead on one side before then bringing back to our front rack position. So that is the unilateral squat press. Right, so we'll do one side, and then the next round we can do the left side. Okay. Before then, resting 30 seconds, going on to a row. So we've got the row machine out here. What I want to focus on is full extension and driving with the legs. Next is a renegade row. So we'll have 2 dumbbells, like so. And what we're going to be doing is keeping the hips nice and stable. Okay, I'm going to have one in the left as well. We can alternate like so. As I said, the focus is keeping those hips stable and bringing that dumbbell to the hip, right, to engage the light. Next, we're going to be running. On the runner, 7 to 8 exertion, exactly the same. Next, the banded pull-up outside. So full range. On the hang, we'll have our legs through the band into a full extension at the top where we can get our chin over the bar. Ski yoke at a 7 to 8. So another cardio exercise we have in here. And finally, a scaled incline push-up. Now the scaled incline push-up looks like so. So we can go on the feet here, hands on the box. And I want the chest to touch the box whilst keeping this midline nice and tight. Okay? The midline nice and tight is really important so we can isolate and focus on using the tricep and chest to go through the whole range of the push-up, like so. The elbows should stay nice and close to the side of the body, so we're not flaring those elbows out too much, okay? 3 sets through, 30 seconds work, 30 seconds rest, and we're going to have a minute rest after each round before then moving on to the next. Okay? Let's do it. Alright, so we'll start with the right side for me, Prue. Lovely. So lock out the elbow, nice and tight. Just slowly add some pressure into that Swiss ball, keeping that shoulder nice and stable. So 30 seconds on the sides. We have 20 more. Just keep that head up for me. Slowly add a bit more pressure. Fantastic, and swap over to the left side. So replicate, lock out that elbow. Keep the shoulder nice and stable. Good. Nice lock out. 10 more seconds. Fantastic. Now we're going to the prone fly. So the prone fly, we're going to have your chest on the wall, legs out for stability, and the focus is the squeeze of the scapula at the top. So look at the elbows again for me, good. And we're going to then come back down. So 2 to 3 seconds hold at the top, come up to the top, fantastic. And just reach your arms a little bit forward for me, perfect. Nice squeeze through here for me. Really trying to pinch my finger. Perfect. And one more. Lovely. And whilst you're down there, we're going to add the extension and reach overhead. Now try and keep your shoulders and arms as close to your ears as possible. So keeping that tension through the shoulder. Nice long reach for me, and back down. Fantastic. Big squeeze at the top. Reach overhead, keep it nice and close to the ears. Looks really good, Prue. Alright, fantastic. That's the prone refly and reach done. On to your last rehabilitation exercise. With the right hand side, you have the external rotation of the rotator cuff. To keep that elbow nice and tight. You just want to see the dumbbell rotate on the swivel. On the outside. Is the pain okay through the right shoulder, Prue?
Yep.
Good. Two more. Okay, move on to your left. I know the injury's in your right side, but we don't want any imbalances. So we strengthen both up. Looking forward to today's session.
Yeah, looks good.
I've heard that before. Alright, two more. You have good range through the external rotation on both sides, which is good. Fantastic. Let's get ready for our circuits. Third rounds now, the rate of perceived exertion goes up 7 to 8. So on a high intensity, sort of at that range where you're going to find a time to talk, okay? We're going to get the timer going. So 10 seconds. In 10 seconds, you've got a good 7 to 8 effort on the bike. 2, 1. Let's kick it. How's the resistance feel?
Tough.
Tough, good. Should barely be able to talk to me. Here we go, not long to go now. Muscle push. 2, 1. Fantastic. 30 seconds rest. Next. Unilateral squat press. With a good front rack position, keep your chest nice and prominent. 10 more seconds. So working for the full 30 seconds on the right hand side. 2, 1. Good. Really squeeze glutes at the top. Good. It's good depth on the squats. Great extension too. Well done, crew. Keep it going. 5 more seconds all the way through. And it's time. Well done. Next we have the row. So rest for your 30 seconds. Get set up for the row. Two, 1. Big extension. Nice pull all the way through. Good. Up speed. Ten more seconds. Good drive. Very nice. Next we have the renegade row, last set.
That is so difficult to get out of.
Keep those hips nice and stable. Good stability through the shoulder too. You've done well so far keeping that right shoulder very stable. Try and bring that dumbbell to the hip. Great. Just drop the hips a little bit for me. Good effort. Keep those glutes on. Fantastic. Next we have the run, your favorite.
Oh.
I can hear the breathing. That's what we want. It's your final round. We're nearly there. Just let this roll for me. Let this run up. He's starting in. Control the breathing. Let's go. Steady, good pump, good pump. Great effort, you need a little more. 2, 1. Great efforts. Next we're going to have the banded pull-ups, which we will do after due to some logistical issues. So we're going on to Skio.
Great.
It's a good hinge of the hip, drive through. Lovely. sweat. Last round. Next we have the scalp push up. On the box swing, so come around this side if you can. We're not filming or anything, we just need you in frame. Good midline. Keep everything nice and tight through the middle. Get elbows close to those hips as you come through. 2, 1. Great. Good extension at the top. Great effort, Rude. Nearly there. Fantastic. Great efforts. Smash the circuit, well done. Yeah. Shoulders looking really good too.
It is.
Good to see.
Feeling okay.
Overall, how did you find the session?
Yeah, it's good.
Good. Yeah. So we're going to do the pull-ups. We're going to cut out, do the pull-ups, and throw that in the mix. Yeah. Cool. So time's still going. All right. Fantastic. Great effort. We'll call it there. Thank you.